Hey everybody, this is Jen. Welcome to my garden and channel. Today, I ask you a question. Are you dealing with Japanese beetles? I am too. And I'm going to show you how you can take care of those buggers right here on Garden Jen's Journey. Japanese beetles, the enemy of any gardener. They wreak havoc on your plants, skeletonizing the leaves that your plants need to photosynthesize and be able to produce the crops that you eat and otherwise enjoy. You can see just how bad they work on destroying your crops. They really love grapes. Look at the damage they have done to my grapevine. They also love roses. An otherwise beautiful flower is marred by the ugliness of the Japanese beetles and their destruction. They also can be found in amongst many weeds you might have growing on your property, where they can feed and multiply without a care in the world. So how do you get rid of these pesky bugs that wreak havoc in your garden? Well, there's two ways that you have to combat these guys. One of them is a simple solution of soapy water. The second is a solution of neem oil mixed in soapy water. I'm going to show you both those next. So this is my first line of defense against the Japanese beetles once they have hatched and are in my garden. It's a simple jar of water with some soap in it, and then you shake it up, get it really sudsy. Then we're going to take this and go knock some bugs around. What we're going to do is we're going to knock some bugs into this jar, and they'll fall through the soapy suddenness and be trapped below the surface of the water where they drowned. You want to do this in the early morning or the late evening. Just like bees, they slow down in the cooler parts of the day, and they're much easier to trap. During the warmer parts of the day, they tend to fly away before you can knock them into this solution. So let's go knock some heads, some Japanese beetle heads that is, right to their doom. Okay, so we've got these Japanese beetles right here. And it might not be cool enough yet because it is quite hot and humid, but we're going to try this. And if it doesn't work, you will see firsthand why. Because these guys fly like there's nobody's business. So let's see if we can knock them into the soap water solution. So the best way to do this is to take your jar and put it underneath your plant carefully. You don't want to disturb them and give them the idea to escape. And then you knock them in. Just like so. See if I can, not going to be able to show you, there's only a couple in here. There we go. You can see them, maybe. They are now below the surface of the water. So they will drown in here. And I'm going to go and do this towards every Japanese beetle I can find. And I will show you how full this jar gets from just going out this evening and trapping them in here. So I'll be right back with a jar full of beetles. Okay, so I'm back from going through my garden and getting some of the Japanese beetles knocked into my container. Like I said, it's still a little warm out here. I usually don't go until later in the evening, around dusk. But I did get quite a few in here. See all those guys? So, did work pretty good. I'll show you what I got this morning. See all those I got this morning? And this water is reusable. I simply take this water and I let it sit out in my garden with the top on throughout the day or overnight, depending on when I catch these guys. And then I simply use the cap and strain into my next container and dump this out. I didn't dump it out yet because I wanted to show you guys how many I have caught. So that is step one in taking care of your Japanese beetles when you have them in your garden already. Step one is try to prevent them first, but that's another video for another time. So once you have them, step one is start removing them from your garden by hand, knocking them into a pail of soapy water. So let me show you step two. This is step two. Spraying your plants with a neem oil mixture. And this is a 1 gallon container. I only mix about a half a gallon at a time because this lasts for a while. It lasts me about 2 or 3 applications in my garden. But it's a very, very good way to take care of those Japanese beetles, spraying your plants with neem oil. Now, a couple things about neem oil and spraying your plants. You want to spray your plants either late in the evening, which is preferred, or early in the morning, basically before the sun comes up, if you can help it. That way it has time to dry onto your leaves and be absorbed into the leaf system. This also is what helps protect your pollinator friends. Now, pollinators don't generally eat the leaves, which is how this poison works. After the beetles or other chewing insects eat the leaves, they are poisoned by the neem oil and eventually they die. And so our pollinator friends don't have problems with the neem oil if you spray it before they are very active, because it gives the neem oil a chance to dry and not affect our pollinator friends. That being said, I will put a link in this up above to a video that Gary did over at the Rusta Garden. He really explains how to make neem oil solution using cold pressed neem oil. And he goes in depth into why you want to use a certain type of neem oil and how to make your solution. I think he did an excellent job on explaining it. So instead of me trying to re-explain what he said, I'm going to give him credit and just link to his video because he did an excellent job. And again, it is safe for our pollinator friends when used appropriately. So that is step two. And you do that once every week or after it rains. But you have to really watch your plants, see how they're affected by the neem oil, and make your adjustments as necessary. And again, Gary really goes into detail on how to make your solution, how to use your solution, and what to do if you have problems with your solution. I hope you found this video informative. I know I'm not the only one who deals with those beautiful but ugly bugs, and I want to make sure that I shared with you how I personally deal with them organically and not using pesticides other than the neem oil to take care of those beetles. So thank you for being a part of this gardening adventure with me today. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button down below if you're not already part of the journey. I hope that wherever you are wonderfully blessed. So until next time, everybody, bye-bye.